What's going on, YouTube? This your boy, that guy named Jay, checking in, man. Oh, kind of tired. It's still early. Slow day. It's a list going, so about 15 people ahead of me, so I got some time to kick out some videos. So I'm gonna probably do about 2 today. I had 2 topics I want to talk about. So let's get to it, man. I was talking with my wife last night. We actually did a video, 2-part video on how we got married, and I'm actually posting that today as well on Holland Vibes, so you should definitely go check that out. Link in the below. But and we was just talking about me being local, being home, how much better it is for us for our marriage. We weren't talking about that on the video. We was actually just talking about that and just talking about that shit. And I sat down and I was asking. I'm like, yo, would you ever let me go back OTR? Yeah, I said let me go back OTR. Yeah, that's some people gonna clown that. Oh, your wife gotta let you. Look, bro. Like, I try to keep a healthy relationship, and it's not so much about her letting me do anything, just like it's not about me letting her do anything. It's about coming to an agreement together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we can sit out here and act like we just be bossing our old ladies around, but in reality, we got to check with them. Okay, we got to make sure at least they know what's going on. You know what I mean? But anyway, so, and it got me start thinking, like, what would it take for me to go back on the road, or even regional? You know what I'm saying? Or even like leave this job, period. You know what I'm saying? This is the thought process that I never went through when I was job hopping. This is just like me sitting back and just thinking, like, okay, like, what money, or what, like, it's not even money, like, what part of the industry would I go with? I mean, like, it really wouldn't make no sense for me to go back and pull dry freight or reefer, because where I'm gonna go? I'm not gonna go lease a truck. So what company would I go with? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm gonna go back to Swift. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Swift, but let's just call a spade a spade. It's a starter company, and unless you're going in there with connections, you're gonna get some average ass checks. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, nah. What I'm gonna do? Food service delivery? I don't want to touch boxes. LTL? I don't want to be like, I don't want to feel like a job. Like, I like this position I'm at in the port because it's laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I already said I'm not gonna lease no truck. I'm not finna go work for no more fleet owners. Been there, done that. I'm cool. Even though that's what I'm doing now, but it's different because I'm home and I can actually see him every day and talk to him face to face versus talking to a fleet owner on the phone that I'll never meet. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. So it just, I just don't see any potential. Like, I even talked to Chase and Andrew Jackson yesterday about the oil field, and he was just telling me how it's slow out there. So it's just like, the point I'm trying to get to, man, is before you leave your job, and I know this is going to be hypocritical coming from me just because of my past, but I don't care. I'm going to make the video anyways. Just really consider your options. Really think about why you leaving the trucking company that you're leaving. Because a lot of times, you're leaving your situation for the same situation. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're changing from OTR to regional to local, or local back to OTR, it's really no difference, man. Every part of this industry has a slow period. Every part of this industry has a peak. You know what I'm saying? If you go OTR, you're only gonna be able to go home but so much. If you local, you're gonna be home every day, but you may work more hours in a day than you would OTR. If you're regional, you get a little bit of mixture of both, but you're only gonna be home for 34-hour reset. That's it. It's not even a full 2 days. Money wise, you're gonna be ballpark making the same money. I have talked from everybody from beginners to fleet owners with authority. Everybody's making the same money, which is another reason why I don't understand the whole fleet owner back and forth, authority, owning your truck, leasing your truck. I really don't. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and that just speaks to my immaturity as far as trucking goes. But everybody makes the same money. It's ballpark the same money, because if you're making more, you got to pay out more. You know what I'm saying? If you have more money equals more overhead, unless you one of the few who got a paid off truck, which it seems like nobody has a paid off truck except for local owner operators. I wonder why. But you know what I'm saying? So it just seems like, I don't know, maybe it's me coming into my own and me understanding what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that like now I have a price. Now I know, for a fact, like, look, man, I don't want to be away from family for money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, be gone for 3 weeks at a time or 2 weeks at a time just to make a couple $100 more. You know what I'm saying? Even with the oil field, like, I would have considered it for the oil field, because it's supposed to be so much more money. But then, talking to oil field guys now, I was told yesterday it really wouldn't even make sense to come to the oil field right now because it's just slow. So it's just like, it just seems with everything in trucking, man, it's a gamble, is what it seems like to me. You gambling. Maybe the situation may be better, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen anything, and I haven't really made too many moves myself to where it was such a drastic difference in pay. I just haven't seen. Now this is on a company side. So again, let's compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Let's not compare apples to oranges. I'm not comparing going from a local company position to an OTR lease operator. I'm not talking about going from a lease payment, making payments on the truck lease operator to being local and no truck payment. Let's compare the same categories to the same categories, because that's where we get lost in the sauce. We start comparing different levels to each other. You know what I'm saying? We start comparing different situations where it's like, well, how can you compare, someone working at an LTL, working just his regular hours, to someone who has his own authority with one truck and on a trailer? You just can't do that. And that's what happens a lot in this industry. That's where a lot of information is tainted, because you're not giving the background to what you're doing. You're just putting out numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. That's what I'm not saying, because I've said it before. I said I would never go OTR again. I said I would never go local. I said all that shit. I'm saying now that I have learned enough to understand that do what you want. It really just doesn't make sense to come out here and chase money. It just doesn't. Because you can make money everywhere in trucking. Some places it may take a little bit longer, but money is everywhere in trucking. Everywhere. I promise you. It's everywhere. It's people at Pepsi and Coca-Cola making good money. I promise. It's people at Swift, Stevens, JB Hunt, Schneider, Prime, CR England, CRST making good money by their standards. By their standards. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion, man. That's just something that I was thinking about last night. I really don't see anything that would take me away from where I'm at, because I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it. I make my own schedule with this job. I'm learning the part of the industry that I hope to make a home as an owner operator. I'm making connections with people that I'm going to hopefully continue dealing with over the next multiple years. So I just feel like this is a perfect situation for me, more so than any other position. I can't remember if I've said that before. If I have, oh well, I'll say it again. I think that this position here, and I'm about 2 months in. It's about to be April. I think I came here in February, so that's me saying that 2 months in. I really have no complaints besides it being slow, but that's the port. That's not the company that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's how I feel, man. People you can criticize it because it's coming from me, but that's real. That's just me being real. That's me being honest. I don't see no amount of money, no other position that I feel like that can open up as far as OTR is concerned that'll pull me away from the house, unless something drastic happens. Like I get, knock on wood, like I get divorced or some shit, or fucking you know, the port explodes because of a terrorist attack. God forbids that, knock on wood again. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Or I get fired. Even if I get fired, I'll just look for another port gig. You know what I'm saying? But just gonna knock on wood again. Goddamn, that's a lot of wood knocking. Pause. But damn, those were some crazy examples. Because those examples was nuts. But anyways, man, that's what it is. That's how I feel. I hope that you find your trucking peace. You know, don't be out here getting lost in the sauce, getting caught up in the mayhem of what's better and this and that. I hope that everyone finds what's best for them and they feel happy about it. Because what I've learned is that when people can't explain your happiness, it makes them upset. So a lot of people are upset with other truck drivers and just people in life because they can't understand why they are happy with what they have. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably because the people that are mad are not happy with what they have. So if I'm not happy with what I have and I feel like I have more than you or I'm doing better than you, why are you happy? You know what I'm saying? Like that's and that's why a lot of people try to force their advice on you as well. Like they want you to get your authority. They want you to buy a truck cash. They want you to lease a truck. They want you to do this, this, and this because then it makes them feel like you got to come to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know that if I own a truck and let's say I went to fucking Bulldog Truck Sales and I bought a truck and I keep forcing my opinion on you, forcing you to take my advice, and you say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go to Bulldog Truck Sales. Now I have knowledge that you don't, so now you need me. And it's a lot of that goes around on YouTube and social media and the trucking community. A lot of people want you to want what they want so that you can need them. They want to be needed. They have to have it for whatever reason. It's like a drug to them. You know what I'm saying? They need people to look up to them. They can't survive without it. I don't know why. I'm just glad that I'm not that person. I'm glad I don't have those people in my circle. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. So, but as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. Check your next video.